First Paw is a free co-play. We call it co-play because we do more than working. Co-play space every day. Developers are welcome to come and work out of this space and collaborate with each other, and then we run about 150 events a year in the evenings. This is one of them. And then additionally, we run an accelerator for startup game companies. If you are interested in seeing your game explode on the charts, come and talk to us later. You can help out. With that, I'm going to turn it over to my co-founder, Sana.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you.
So thank you to everyone who came out tonight, and I want to extend a special welcome to our folks from TIE. So if you're in there in the audience, thank you for coming. So TIE, real quick, is actually the world's largest entrepreneur organization. And TIE runs TIECon, which is the world's largest entrepreneur conference, right, which just happened a little while ago. They also have a group called TIE Angels, which funded about 20 companies in the last 2 years. So if you're raising money, definitely talk to TIE Angels. They have charter members, which are invite only, typically guys that have sold their companies for $100 million or more. So TIE SF, which I'm also a co-chair of, is essentially doing a number of different entrepreneur-focused events like this one, and it's a great way to get access to these guys as mentors, funding, you name it. So if you're interested in anything around TIE, just email info@Yetizen with TIE in the subject line, and I'm happy to answer any questions for you. And with that, let's move on to wonderful Victor.
Thank you. Hi everybody, my name is Victor Shaburov. I'm with Opera browser company. I have like just 30 seconds, so I want to ask really quickly 2 questions. One question is, if you are a mobile app developer, could you raise your hand? Mobile app developer.
Come on.
Thank you. And
you.
those app developers who are not just relying on organic traffic, but who are also running campaigns to increase user base fast, to grow user base fast, could you also raise your hand if anybody's running campaigns to? Okay, so for the people who replied yes to the first question, we can help to get you featured on the homepage of the Opera browser, and you'll be in front of the eyeballs of 260 million people worldwide. So just come talk to us. If you have mobile app, we can get you featured for a short time on the homepage of the Opera browser. And for the people who replied on the second question, yes, you should also talk to us, because we can probably set up a long-term campaign, and you'll be for long-term on the homepage of the Opera browser. And you can reach audience of 260 million people. It's an international audience, mostly in emerging countries. Number 1 is India, Russia, Indonesia, Brazil. So it's not really US traffic, but if you're looking for global audience, increase of your global user base, you can talk to us. And I'm here, just come and talk to us.
How much money?
It depends very much on the countries. So like US and Russia are kind of right now top very high big countries. But if you want a global campaign, it would be like 3 cents CPC on Android, for example. That's an example. But that means you get a lot of traffic from like Africa. but I mean, starting from 3 cents up to let's say like 30 cents CPC. And that means you can get up to 1 million downloads per month. So we can scale your business very fast if you want. Thank you very much. Thank you, bye.
This Adway is ready. I think we have Adway's Mark?
You're too shy,
Mark?
I'll speak for you.
Yes.
Mark?
Here.
Mark? He's going to talk about, I don't know, 260 million and 180 billion.
That's awful.
No? Maybe not. Maybe its numbers are way off. They're, blue screen of death right now. Bueller? Anyone?
I got it.
How's it going, guys?
Hey.
Everyone jazzed up, ready to go? Because I'm not. Just kidding.
Wait.
So before I jump into my presentation, I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about AdWays Interactive. So we're a Tokyo-based ad network and ad agency. We pretty much have the biggest CPI network in Japan. So if you guys are interested in penetrating that market, feel free to reach out to me after my presentation. But what I really wanted to talk to you guys about was user acquisition measurement tool, which we have now, and it's in beta right now, but it's called Party Track. So how many of you guys out here are working on a game or an application? And keep your hands up. How many of you guys are close to launch? And how many of you guys, keep your hands up, are working with a ad tracking provider currently? How many? Let me see. Let's see. Let's see the hands. One. You win. So.
I need an ad tracking provider, Mark.
Exactly. So you spend hours and hours working an application. You put your heart and soul to this, and you've made a kick-ass game. That's first and foremost. You need to make a kick-ass game. Now what? Say you've done your research, you've done some beta testing, like your target LTV, your ROI, and you kind of have a CPI target in mind. Obviously, it's time to dive deep into the world of user acquisition. The only problem is, in terms of ad networks and app distribution platforms globally, it's highly fragmented. I mean, there's probably more ad networks in the world and new ones popping up every day than there are people in this room, right? I mean, a lot of you guys agree with that, right? The only problem with that is, obviously, with tracking performance on each of these different ad platforms, you're going to have to implement an SDK for each of these ad networks, and obviously that's a huge pain in the ass, right? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of developers in here. What is that?
They lie. They all say they're the best.
Exactly. It's not the truth. So basically with our platform, you're basically going to be able to compare all of the ad networks on one dashboard utilizing one SDK, basically to see which ad network is actually providing you the best users. So our tool is a global tool. So I mentioned, we're based out of Japan. So we're actually integrated with all the major players within Japan and Korea. So if you guys are, core gaming developers and obviously that money is looking really tasty out there, you definitely want to work with us. Like I said, one SDK, one dashboard, one unified dashboard. Besides actually tracking the install, we're also tracking post-install events as well. And also, we're also flexible and scalable. So, a lot of solutions out there are just using one tracking method, but we're tracking method and ID agnostic. So we're working with basically anything the different ad partners are willing to use. So like I said, we're still in beta, so I shouldn't be showing you guys this.
Take pictures, guys.
Yeah, so
Tweet 'em.
you guys know how to take pictures. So this is our basic dashboard. So you're an app developer and you want to see your entire app portfolio within a 7-day span. This is the front page. Basically, you're going to see campaign installs, total installs, and the relationship with your daily active users. So obviously, this data is totally fabricated, so pay zero attention to it. But obviously, like say if you use a lot of incentivized or ad networks, obviously your DAU is going to change a little bit in relation to your campaign installs. And let me dive a little bit deeper.
Will it be providing a live feed, or is it going to be like
Yeah, it's going to be in real time, so you'll be able to see all the data real time.
all right?
Yeah.
How are you pulling that data in? I mean, just feeds are you RSS?
Basically, we're integrated server to server with the different ad partners. So
So just straight from your actual API.
yes.
Also, how often do you update?
It's real time, so whenever.
As soon as they do.
Yeah, basically, whenever a download happens, we post back the information back to the ad network as well. So obviously, this is going to be like the bread and butter of the platform here. As you can see, there's 6 different ad networks outlined on the bottom, and some KPIs at the top. Like I mentioned, we can also track post-install events, and those are all custom. They're all set in the SDK. But as you can see, it's a really powerful tool. It's definitely a made more for like a user acquisition manager or someone very high level, you know, just to see an impact of where the ad dollars, you know, are.
How much smarter can this make me, Mark? How much money can it save me?
Millions.
Over what kind of spend?
Definitely, you know, working, you know, I said we're an ad agency, so to give you guys some perspective, say some of the big players within the UA game, you know, they're probably working with, you know, 20 plus ad networks at one time for one specific campaign, so obviously that would be a huge headache if you're having to implement one SDK for each of those ad networks and manage 20 different logins and feature dashboards. So I don't want to take away too much time, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to talk to me after the show.
And real